Hey Jack Squad, my YouTube family, what's going on? How y'all been? I know it's been a while, but I hope you're making it happen for yourself. Let's get into some things, right? So I have been waiting for this episode to air of the Married to Medicine couples trip, right? You know, Cecil and Simone have the infamous couples trip every season, right? So I was waiting for this portion. They're back home. I hope they're back home next week, but because this is a long couples trip. So there was a pause one week because of the Super Bowl. So this has been going on for a month. I was waiting for this episode before I talked about it in its totality, right? Now, there's a lot to unpack here, and I'm going to try to get it all in. It may take a minute, right? Now, first of all, I'm going to say this. They are messy. Heavenly, it's not just Heavenly. Heavenly is the messiest and the meanest, but it's also Simone, and it is Jackie who stands back like she don't know what's going on, what's happening. I don't know. Is that how? What? All three of them, and the fact that they're the oldest there, they should know better, and they should do better, right? So I particularly see. What's her name? Simone was my favorite. No longer. After the way they did Quad. I mean, I can understand you don't like Quad. Quad ain't hanging with y'all. Quad not telling y'all business. What I don't understand on these reality shows is that they want to kick you out the group. They want to kick you out the club if you're not telling all of your business. Now, who tells their friends all of their business? All of them all together in a conversation, all sitting together. You may tell this person something, you may tell that person something, you may tell that, and you may not tell nothing. Some stuff you keep to your heart, to your chest, and keep it to yourself, right? This is what I think, and I've always thought before I even get into the couples trip, that these are married women. They should be happy. They are married women, been with their husbands. They are doctors. Jackie is a doctor. Simone is a doctor, and Heavenly is a dentist, right? They should be happy in their lives and not worry about what somebody else is or is not doing, especially at their big age. That's all I'm saying, right? So now, like I said, Heavenly's messy. I want Heavenly off the show, and I know she's probably good TV, but that can be dangerous. The things she say and do can be dangerous and get somebody hurt, as you can see on this last episode, right? They had no business. Well, before I talk about that, let me say this. Dr. G and T. Sweet T is a casualty of war. She is a pawn in the game that Dr. G has been playing with Quad, right? She's casualty. I'm not saying he don't love her, but she's definitely a chess piece, right? So Dr. G came back on the show. Let's be clear. He came back on the show to hurt Quad, to put it in Quad's face. He came back on the show with his new wife to hurt Quad. Now, what he didn't understand is Quad could care less. I don't believe Quad is in love with him. And after watching this last episode and the way he talked to Sweet Tea, I see what Quad was saying. See, we can see something from the outside. They can look all nice and gooey and all nice and gooey, right? But when you in the house with that person, there's two people will not show that bad side all the time. Quad said what the man was. Nobody believed her. And the reason nobody believed her is because Quad is outspoken. She out there. She cute. She flashy. She all the things. And Dr. G just sits there and look like a nerd. But he's mean. And he's a macho. He's a male chauvinist, right? Why else would you pick a young woman to marry, right? Now, if it's not for control. So that was his main goal. And see, a lot of times when you try to do something not right, it will backfire on you, which it has now done. Last season, it was all fine and good. Quad was by herself. And it seems to me that those particular ladies like Quad by herself. They like to pity on her and talk about her, that she by herself. But Quad pulled her big one. She pulled her big one when she brought Mr. King on the show. Mr. King has money. He's a businessman, and he looks good. He looks good. Now, he looked better than all the husbands on the show. He looked better than, and there ain't nothing wrong with Cecil. Cecil's nice looking. Ain't nothing wrong with Curtis. He nice looking. Dr. Damon, he all right, right? But King, if you line them all up, they pick King. Now, unless you like short and pudgy, or tall and knock-kneed with a big booty, you would pick King. Okay? I ain't got nothing bad to say about Cecil. I like Cecil. He's a fun guy. He's an okay, he likes to get along. I like Cecil. But they're mad about that because they wanted Quad to be by herself and they thought that she was miserable. She just wasn't telling them her business as she should have not, right? So now, Dr. G, back to Dr. G, he came on the show to hurt Quad, plain and simple. Why else would you come back? And get into your wife's group of friends, your ex-wife's group of friends. You bring your new wife and expect her to mesh and jail with your ex-wife group of friends. That is the weirdest. And I don't know if T said, okay, well, we're going to be getting some money from this. It's all about the money, because I don't believe that she thought that. I believe she thought she would mesh. Even though she's getting paid, I believe she thought she would mesh. But for me, I would have never tried to. If I was Sweet Tea, I would have never tried to be friends with him. I'm going to be cordial. I'm going to kick it. I'm going to be where the people tell me to be, where the producers tell me to be. I'm going to be there. And that's it. I ain't going to try to be friends. I'm not going to try to tell my business. I'm not going to try to be intimate. I'm not going to try to be best buds with them. I would not have. But she's younger. She don't know the game of life yet, right? So that's what he did. So it backfired. Quad come this season. And see, listen, y'all. Quad almost lost her job last season. She said, I got something for these people. I got something for these MFers, right? So Quad been dating him for a year. Quad told him, and she probably asked him, and they probably talked about it, and he said, I got your back. The way he stood in defense of Quad, he told her, I got you, baby. I got you. But see, you can't, listen, Quad understand life. You can't spring that on the new guy. This is what happens a lot of times with these housewife shows and these reality shows. They bring the new guy right on TV. You can't do that. He got to know you. You got to let it, you got to let some time pass before you say, hey, this is the situation. Are you in or are you out? She did it right. Quad did it right. She waited till that man had deep feelings for her before she said, listen, I need this show. Maybe she didn't say I need it. I want to be on this show. This is my bag. Would you come on? Because a lot of times those guys that are just, living their own regular lives, they don't want to be on the show. They don't want to be filmed, right? He fell in love with her. He caught feelings for her. He understood her plight. And I'm sure that Quad gave him a rundown in each of every one of them. And he said, I got you, babe. Don't worry about it. I got you. Because the way he stood up in defense of her and then told Dr. G, she can say what she want to say. You better not say nothing. Ooh, that's some real nigga shit right there, right? We done all had one of them. Matter of fact, I prefer them, right? So Dr. G's plan backfired. And I'm going to say this. Now, they always have this couples night or whatever where they sit around and ask questions. I wouldn't do that. It doesn't work. It never works. It's always a blow up. But they keep doing that every season, right? So what made Dr. G mad was Quad saying, they said, well, how many times did y'all have sex? Now, I ain't never hear Heavenly say how many times her and Damon have sex. According to Contessa, they sleep in separate beds. And he got some outside babies. That's allegedly. I don't know. Well, when Quad said 15 times a week, oh, that took everybody aback. Everybody was clutching their pearls, right? What I don't understand, see, everybody got a lane. Stay in your lane. Over 50 crew, maybe that's how they get down. I don't know. But they need to understand they're a new couple. So, of course, they're going to have a lot of sex. They are a new couple. Right? Jackie over there talking about 0, and I think Cecil and Simone said 0. Like, I don't even know how y'all still married, right? Where's the love? Y'all married for convenience? Y'all married because y'all just used to each other? Where's the love, right? Quad said that and peeled Dr. G wig back. Pilting, right? And the fact that they placed them, see, this is all messy. I don't know if it was production or if it was Quad. I mean, not Quad, if it was Heavenly. Now, Heavenly seems to want to take part. It's Cecil and Simone trip, but she always wanted to be director of the trip, right? I just don't like Heavenly. I don't know how they put up with her. I do not know. Because I would have been knocked her lights out. But anyway, when Quad said 15, 10, and she, well, 15, well, we just going to say 15. Might be more, but we going to say that, right? They weren't ready for that baby. They was not. And Dr. G sitting back there like, this heifer wouldn't do it to me, none. I seen the look. I seen his face was saying it all. Now, if I was Sweet Tea, that whole episode, that night to the next day to when they got home, I would have to reevaluate my position in his life and if I still want to be with him. But I think Sweet Tea was a baby gold digger, and she just feel like, okay, cool, I got him, and he gonna give me a better life, and I'm gonna deal with this. But I would be upset if my man, my husband, my boo, a dude I'm just talking to, would get upset about his ex's sex life or anything that she was doing. I would have to take a look and wonder what's going on with that. What's going on with that, right? That wouldn't sit well with me. That wouldn't sit well with me at all. Sweet Tea, I'm going to rush through the Dr. G part because this episode, even the next episode, the last episode, he got mad with her. He took it out on her, right? And she was all concerned, and he said he left the cabin or whatever, the house, whatever they was living in. He left that and wanted to take a walk. You should not be that mad. When he came back, I'd be sitting there comfy, cozy in my bed with my legs crossed, twiddling my toes, wondering why you so upset that she having that much sex. Why does that bother you? That's the bigger question, right? Then on this episode, Dr. G, they sitting down. Now, this is what happens when you marry somebody older than you. Now he talking to her like she a kid. But you married her. She gonna talk like a 30-something-year-old and you 50-something. That's how she's gonna talk, right? He said, what was you gonna do? He didn't even appreciate the fact that Sweet Tea had his back. Whatever she was gonna do, it wasn't nothing but throw some sand in his eye. She had your back. He didn't like that. So he's mad at her for no reason. He's got some underlying issues that needs to be resolved, right? Then she said, well, I've been trained in combat. She was in the service. He said, she said, he was looking at her like, you weren't going to do nothing. Oh, and I saw a post that Quad said he's still the same because she watched it. She saw it. She said he's still the same. I told y'all that's how he was. Nobody wanted to believe Quad because she's outspoken, she's cute, she's sassy. They didn't want to believe that the calm, cool, nerdy Dr. G was like that. You never know somebody till you live with them. You never know somebody. Listen, I was in a relationship like that. Everybody thought he was the most wonderful. He was the meanest sucker out there, right? But anyway, I digress. This ain't about me. This is about them. Then he talked to her so crazy. She went upstairs and said what she need to do is stop running behind him. When he stormed off like a kid, let him be off. When he came back downstairs, I'd be twiddling again with my legs crossed, sitting on the couch, twiddling my toes, drinking me a drink. That's what I would be doing. But she's young, so she don't know how to combat that, right? She don't know how to fight that. She go upstairs to talk to him, and he tell her it's your fault. Ooh, that's some narcissistic-ish right there. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. Dr. G, I see that side of you that Quad was talking about, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. Sweet Tea may run the course because he can give her a better life. I don't see them making it, though. When she get to her full grown woman senses, I don't see them making it. I don't, because you just can't keep talking to me like that. And the way he was talking to her in that room with the doors closed, we'd have been in there throwing furniture around, right? I didn't like the way that he was talking to her. There was no comfort. There was never no comfort to her during this trip. There was never any comfort. When he was sitting behind Quiet, he was telling her, be quiet. I don't know if he was saying be quiet or shut up, but in my mind, I heard shut up, but he might have been saying be quiet. But the way he was saying it, I heard shut up, right? Or he kept calling her name or something. I didn't like that part, right? And like I said, Sweet Tea is a pawn in the game that Dr. G is playing, and it has backfired. You know, that old saying, when you dig a ditch for me, dig one for yourself as well. Now he mad and it has backfired. It was all fun and games when they was parading sweet tea all around. Everywhere Quiet was, here she was. And then she has nerve to be mad at Quiet. I don't know. You should not have any beef with Quiet. You won. In your mind, you won. You got the man, you got the house, you won. You're winning. Why are you mad with Quiet? Quiet brought this man back and he told her, you can say what you want. He better not say nothing. I'm still stuck on that. Right? So anyway, I got more to say, but that Dr. G thing, it bothered me last season. And it especially bothered me now because it shows that he still has something for Quiet. Is it hate or is it love? Why are you that upset about what she doing with her pocketbook? Right? Anyway, the new couple, I don't know if the new couple can make the cut. I like them. The football player and the therapist, I like them. But this may be too much for them. Because they are, listen, Phaedra told them, y'all, me, bunch of mean girls. And see, Phaedra, I like how she moved on this right here. Another couple, now, messy, heavily invited Apollo. And Apollo said he wasn't bringing his wife. And I thought to myself, why would he not bring his wife if it's a couple's trip? I thought that from the beginning, right? He come with his wife, as he should have, right? Now, what I didn't know, which it don't make me no difference, Phaedra's date came, Shrek, the guy she met on the dating, the speed dating, right? Well, that so happens to be Apollo's good friend. Now, is that a little messy? A little bit. But like Phaedra said, they have been divorced for 7 years. Now, I'm going to give you what I think as a woman. The wife that Apollo has is who he was cheating on Phaedra with. Did Phaedra want some get back? Did she want her lick back? Maybe. Now, she met him on a dating site. Did she on the speed dating? Did she know at that moment that was Apollo's friend? Maybe not. But she could do what she want. Like she said, they have been divorced 7 years. Why did Apollo care? Again, if I was Shrek, I'd be concerned as to why you care. I don't care if he was at the Thanksgiving dinner. You and Phaedra been divorced 7 years. Now you see, Apollo and Shrek are getting a divorce. See, listen, reality TV, I keep telling y'all, will put the spotlight like a high beam on your relationship. So if it have any cracks, any blemishes, it's going to magnify it, right? And the way you get him is the way you lose him. If you were the one that Apollo was cheating with, you could not have possibly thought that y'all was going to make it. First of all, he married you while he was in prison. That's a no-no. Right? But you wanted him so bad. And women that engage and deal with other women's husbands and boyfriends, their goal is to secure him. That's their goal. So you did that. But did you really win? Did you? Because I would be concerned again. Why are you so worried about? So what? He was at Thanksgiving dinner. So what? He my best friend. My good friend, or whatever he was. She said he liked family. And what I found interesting was Shrek, while they were in the water, Phaedra's over there being cool. Shrek was being cool. Apollo was a little heated. Shireen, her name's Shireen or something like that. She said she was so hostile towards Phaedra. Why are you got the man? See, this is what I don't understand. You got him. You won, sis. You won. Right? And he don't care nothing about you. He don't want, why was she so angry and hostile towards Phaedra? And then called her Faye Faye. And then Phaedra said, listen, I told you, B, my name ain't Faye Faye. Right? So these ladies that are the seconds or the thirds, I would wait a while before I engage in their friend group, the previous. Me personally, I wouldn't want to go around the friend group that they had with their wife. I just would not. That's a no-no. I just would not. Because even though they may seem like they receive you and accept you, it might be one or two in there that don't or want to see some mess. I just would not do that. I would not put myself through that heartache and pain. So now we got Apollo and his wife. They left and went to Miami. Dr. G and his wife went to home. And then who else left? Somebody else left. Dr. G and them left. Oh, Phaedra went and got her a jet. That's who left. Phaedra ordered her a jet. And the way she was looking at Jackie. Now, okay, I like the way she handled that. But I would have preferred if she was talking to Heavenly. But see, Heavenly had a lot to say on her lives. I didn't watch it, but the clips was coming down my timeline. I just don't fool with Heavenly. Because Heavenly makes no sense to be that age and be that messy and mean. And it's beyond messy. It's mean-spirited. It's mean-spirited, right? And Phaedra said, no, I don't want to, no. I don't want to be friends with you. And I ain't mad. Listen, all you got to do is show me one time and I'm cool. Especially if we wasn't cool in the first place like that. If you'd been my longtime friend, yeah, but just some new friends, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. Phaedra called up her private jet. I'm ready to go. Her and Shrek got on the jet and went on back to the ATL, which is what I would have did. So Phaedra and Shrek left, Apollo and Shireen left, and Dr. G and Sweet Tea left. They had no business there. Those people had no business there. Why would Heavenly invite Apollo? Why would Apollo accept? Heavenly was being messy, and I don't know why they're overlooking that fact. Listen, these reality shows, and it upsets me when the black reality shows turn into something that they were not in the beginning. The premise of the show was professional black doctors, right? And their wives or husbands or whatever's, right? It's turned into the messiest. Besides Love and Huntsville Marriage, Married to Medicine is the second in line of the mess. The messiest, right? Didn't like it. Don't like it, right? Yeah, it makes for good TV, but the big scheme of things, it's not cool. It's not cool. Let me see what else I got in my notes. Everybody left, and they are mean girls. Yeah. I think I covered everything in my notes, right? If y'all get a chance to watch it, like I didn't talk about it, I didn't commentate on it because I wanted to see this last episode. I thought it was going to be 2. It turned out to be 3 with a break in between because of the Super Bowl, so it took a long time. But I don't like, somebody could get hurt. King could have hurt Dr. G. Now, on the next episode, when they get back home, Cecil said, well, I heard you called the police on him. That's what little dudes do. They call the police, right? It was fine. I'm going to keep saying this because I feel a way about it. It was fine when you brought your wife into your ex-wife's friend group. You thought that was cute. That was cool. You was going to hurt her. And here she come with Kang, who looked like a Kang. She came with Kang, right? Anyway, y'all, get a chance to watch it, and tell me your thoughts. Drop down in the comments and tell me your thoughts. Because this is troubling to me. Because like I said, Heavenly can cause somebody to get hurt. You know, for Jackie to be like, oh, you upset with me? Like, I got friends. You can't tell grown people what to do. But Apollo should have never came. They should have welcomed Sweet Tea. Heavenly befriended her and then turned on her because she wants to be friends with Quad. The new couple, I don't see them coming back next season. I don't see them coming back next because they're appalled. I don't see them coming back next season, right? And big ups to Toya because Toya said we are acting like mean girls. You know, Toya always say what's on her mind, and I think Toya's over it a little bit because she said I don't want to go down to the couples theory. It ain't never good. Listen, keep watching. You know, but I will be glad when Heavenly leaves, just like I'm glad that Kenya left Real Housewives of Atlanta. Some people are too toxic to be on a reality show. It's just plain and simple. Heavenly's too toxic, and as soon as you say something to her, she starts talking about your mama. I want somebody to just slap fire out of head, right? She's just too messy. She talks. She's too mean-spirited. She's too mean-spirited. Dr. Heavenly, if you see this, you're mean. You are a mean girl. Simone, you are a mean girl. I'll never forget when Simone looked at Quad and said, we're going to ask you to leave the group. Huh? Y'all mad because she won't tell you her business? She should not tell y'all. Jackie, she sit back like she don't know what's going on. But she's really the director of it. She's the director of the mess. Watch what I tell you. Anyway, y'all, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to your girl, Jackie with the Q. I know I ain't been on here, but I'm busy doing things, right? Love y'all, Jack Squad and YouTube family. And everybody be cool, okay?